We're live. At an odd time, but we thought it might give, hey, Patchy Heaven. I don't know if anybody being here or not. But when you don't get off work till 8 or 8:30, it's hard to go up at 9:30. And I found out a while ago we got a storm coming in. So I'm only gonna be able to be up about an hour. But it might give some people that normally can't make it a chance to be here. That's what we're hoping anyway. Hey, Travis. I might get behind on the comments. I'm having to eat while we do it. We got barbecue, Patchy Heaven. Eastern North Carolina barbecue. Pulled pork. Vinegar sauce, the way God intended. Hey, Judy. And we really didn't have time to prepare or anything. Darlene might have to keep up with the comments. Oh, we're still doing the lives on Fridays when possible. But they're hard to do. Yeah, this comes from Ken's. I want to cook one of our pigs. But this time of year, time is just so limited. Between what I got to look after here and keeping everybody else going. Travis, we got cucumbers coming off, fixing to have some more. We got some planted 2 different times. And squash. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Well, Judy, it's fixing to start raining.
Not today.
It's gonna get wet again. So I got a lot I got to get done this afternoon. Well, Patchy Heaven, around here it's all coming at one time. You can't get, just a normal rain, water your crop. It's either nothing or a flood. Now, you just can't win. Oh, it's going to start raining tomorrow, Judy, and there's a hurricane on the way. They're going good, Mike. I'll try to FaceTime you this afternoon.
Why is Travis about the hurricane?
What?
He would know.
Different Travis.
Oh, that's right, I forgot.
Patchy, and we did that too. We went about 2 months. They're 2.5 months, no rain to speak of. Then we got, depending on where you're at, 12 to 17 inches in 2 weeks. That's coming from Louisiana, Judy, what I understand.
Yeah. It's coming up the Gulf.
Does everybody have hush puppies where they're at? Sounds. He rejected my hush puppy, huh? Hey, Brian. How you doing?
It's a tropical storm right now.
Travis is in Middle NC. Who's up around Robbie?
Well, see, it's coming in Mississippi, Louisiana.
They say that water's coming right to you, Travis.
It's coming in Louisiana, Mississippi.
Brian, everybody's here is good. We just got a lot to do. He's in Lexington.
Across Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and then it's going to hit all of eastern North Carolina. 7 a.m. Monday. It's coming in faster than they thought.
Means I get the watermelon spray today. With the wind blowing, I might do it with the backpack sprayer. Just so they might flood Monday.
Well, at least we're not in the flooding. Right there's what's showing what's going to be flooding.
Travis, are you far enough west? Y'all got yellow slaw and red barbecue.
Claudette, that means there's already been 2 in front of it.
What?
Claudette, so that means there's been 2 in front of it.
Hush puppies are a North Carolina thing, I think, G. Maybe South Carolina. Everybody ain't got them. They're like grits. You get much away from here. Much any further north, really west.
How do you get white coleslaw?
We have white coleslaw. They have red barbecue though.
You mean putting like mayonnaise?
Yeah, our slaw is white slaw. If you go far enough west, you get the yellow slaw and red barbecue. And yellow slaw is nasty to me. We're going to do a video one day, Travis, of barbecuing one of our pigs. What? What do you want?
He wants some husband. He actually wants some barbecue.
Well, I'm sure he'll get some mayonnaise, that's right. They might use salad dressing some down here too, Travis.
I like salad dressing.
But we don't have red barbecue. We have red barbecue beef. Because McCall's in Goldsboro. Judy said she got to get a dryer.
Well, somehow at yard sales today.
Yeah, Darlene went yard selling this morning. Anyway, keep up with everybody for a minute. We can't be up long. I got to figure out what ails the tractor and get back to plowing, and then I got to spray. Then of course, somebody broke down, so I can do that too.
Well, hold on, didn't get the chair straight. Alright. Yeah, they had a bunch of yard sales. 301. I know y'all don't want to hear about yard sales, you want to hear about farming, but I'm going to enlighten you on my yard sales. The 301 100-mile endless, they call it endless yard sales, like 100 miles. People having yard sales all on the same road. And that's a lot of fun. Went to that yesterday. Stayed kind of local today. Got Chris some tools. Got a toolbox, and I got a brush card for $20 that we don't know what it goes to. The guy didn't know what it goes to either. It's too small for Chris's truck, so we're gonna see if we can find somebody else that might be interested in it. And
We'll make a subscriber giveaway on the brush garden. I thought about that. Yeah, because
Shipping.
you come get it.
yeah, we couldn't do shipping yet. Shipping on that thing because it's heavy. It's pretty heavy. Yeah, Judy, it's a lot of fun if you like yard selling. Hey, Pafford and Country Homestead Preacher, how y'all doing? Pafford is Brett, right? Am I right? I don't know. I have to read the comments on this.
Well, we just been having a lot of trouble getting the lives up at normal time. Like I told you before, there ain't nothing gets in the way of making farming videos like farming.
Preacher, you're in Alabama now, right? Didn't he move? Country Homestead Preacher?
He moved south a little bit. He don't need to stay.
Oh, he didn't go to Alabama?
He was in Alabama already, I think. Or was it Georgia? I hate to admit I don't know that.
Yep. Okay, you tell us about the storm. How bad is it going to be? Because we were looking at it, and it comes over North Carolina Monday morning.
My watermelons.
Yeah, Chris is concerned.
Y'all them sold. Everybody want them. They're going to drown.
He said it's already raining there. Which it looks like it's just going to stay a tropical storm. That's good.
It don't matter. I don't care. The wind can blow. What I'm worried about, I ain't worried about the wind blowing. I'm worried about the rain. Solid rain. Well, the only hope I got with them watermelons down there is I'm going to have to spray them, kill the grass. If I don't, we're going to lose them.
I do love yard selling. That's my favorite pastime.
But that means I got to spray them today.
My hobby, I guess.
And the wind's blowing too hard.
Don't go, but maybe once a month during the summer. This was a special event, so I went. But I don't normally go but once a month.
And I don't know what ails it, but my old tractor quit a while ago. Actually, it's too hot to check it out. I just know it didn't run out of gas. But it don't matter what ails it, it's still cheaper than the pavement.
This won't stay up for me.
Well, the comments over here, you got to touch it every 5 minutes.
Oh.
Hey, Johnny, how you doing? We got to come up with something to start the conversation a little bit.
Well, right now they're predicting it to cover all of eastern North Carolina.
Well, I don't need the rain, preacher. That bottom land out there is some good land. It'll grow anything if it don't get too much water. But here lately, we've just been getting too much. Hey, Black Sheep Ranch.
What are you doing today?
We've just been getting too much water. It won't rain. It won't rain. You had trouble with the drought. You had to irrigate.
3 different kinds. Right.
Did what now?
We did 3 different kinds.
3 different kinds of watermelon. What?
What kinds of watermelon?
Oh, mostly Congos. We planted a few Jubilees and a few
baby something.
Crimson Sweets or Sugar Babies or something.
Sugar Babies, that's what it was called.
No, I didn't, preacher. I haven't had time. I'm sorry. If anybody's made any comments on videos and I haven't answered them, I'm sorry. But I haven't even had time to answer comments on videos, much less watch any. It's going as hard as we can go all day, and well, that's good. We're doing pretty good. Just stressed out, stretched too thin. Uh, need about 5 more people. I'm thinking about trying to Tom Sawyer some people into helping me. Thinking about making a video about how much fun chopping is. And see if I can get some volunteers to come do it. I don't know if I'm a good enough actor. Just pretend I'm having a blast, you know.
Whew.
And we got some mosquitoes down there. I swear one of them landed on me yesterday and pulled a knife out and cut me and went to licking the blood up. Didn't even bother biting me.
Now, he won't do it, but I found that if you stick, I do 3 or 4, bounce sheets, dryer sheets, any dryer sheets, it helps with the mosquitoes. I'll stick one like up here and in my
You know what size it was, Preacher? I think I'm going to get me a
Brian
Super 8
Jones.
again. Hey, Brian. Brian, that's a whole lot harder than you think. Actually, that's a real sore subject right now. But that's very possible, Black Sheep. That's very possible.
Neat looking.
Well, you've seen Super A's and 140s and stuff in my videos. They're the ones that do the best in the garden.
What are you doing over here in the corner?
Well, he come up here and begged till he couldn't get nothing else, and he's over there begging.
You don't have anything. He's like, oh yes you do.
At least he's in here begging instead of in yard stealing. So I guess it's...
That's because I brought it off to the living room. I brought it off to the kitchen.
But you know, Black Sheep, that happens sometimes. We've been loading hogs before and just had them fall over dead. Had a heart attack or something, stress. Yeah, we're getting plenty of squash, Preacher. We're not getting, when you say berries, talking about blueberries? I think we got one bush that's got one handful on it, but they're only about knee high.
Yeah, it's not.
2 years old, knee high. And fruit trees ain't my specialty in no way, shape, form, or fashion. When I was growing up, I used to ask my daddy sometimes about when we plant some peach trees, or do this, do that. And he'd always name off old cousin such and such had 5 of them, or old uncle such and such had a pear tree, and the only need for us to have them was they were too sorry to pick them up. And we used to do that. We used to go around and get all the fruit from everybody in the neighborhood. They won't even know what to use it. You know, their daddy planted apple trees and they don't care nothing about them. Don't pick the stuff up. I got a cousin got a pear tree. The limbs break out of it every year and they bush hog them. Mow them up with a lawnmower or something. And I'm sorry about having to keep tapping the screen to get these comments, but this tablet will worry you to death. I tell you something that was kind of interesting. I had a guy offer me within $500 of what I paid for it new for my F-350. And I don't know if it was stupid not to, but I didn't sell it to him. I priced some trucks a mess and you can't replace it. Even when I'm giving that much for it, I can't buy anything to replace it with.
I saw, can't think of his name. Ryan.
Who?
I saw Ryan at Ken's, and I told him that you want to talk to him about that side by side. He called you. He was always rushing. He said he'd call you.
You should tell him I want to drive it.
You want to what?
Drive it. I want to drive it down the highway. I want to see
Call
what
him.
it
He
do.
knows you want to talk to him.
He won't answer the phone. Preacher, you ain't gonna believe this. We were talking about buying a Mahindra. A Mahindra Rockstar. Apparently they can be tagged here now.
Starting in October, all side by sides They have to go through an emissions test. So you might have to spend money on it to get it to pass the emissions test.
Well, Preacher, it's a copy of a Willis Jeep with a diesel engine in it. It's got 2.5 4-cylinder diesel engine. I think they'll let you tag them. It's governed to 55 miles an hour, but it's a little Willis Jeep. And you get it with air and automatic on it if you want to pay for it. Yes, yeah, I reckon it'll be ATV.
It's got like a truck bed.
Side by side. But it's a copy.
Little truck bed.
It's a copy of a Willis Jeep. It's exactly like the old military Willis Jeep. She's just got a diesel engine in it instead of that old flathead. And I've been told they get like 50 miles to the gallon, and they're diesel. And that fuel shortage we had the other week scared me. We couldn't even work because we didn't have any gasoline. And I'm not a big fan of diesels on the road, you know, small trucks diesels. You can't never make them work out right. If you put a pencil to it, they're a joke. And yeah, 50 miles Preacher to a gallon of diesel fuel. And the company I used to work for made us quit buying them. We couldn't buy nothing diesel that wasn't a road tractor or a farm tractor. You couldn't buy a diesel pickup.
There's Jay Baker.
Hey, Jay. We're great.
Oh, your gender reveal party.
Yeah.
Well, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Everybody in here is curious. And thank you for stopping by.
Do you have names picked out for either or?
But this thing's little, you know, Willis Jeep, so it should go anywhere. And 50 miles to the gallon. Yeah, congratulations. We forgot to congratulate. You know, it's 50 miles to the gallon. Every farm around here's got a diesel tank. They don't none of them have gas tanks because you can't keep gas on the farms. They steal it too bad.
How many do you have now?
They said they were just stopping by. Count just went down one. They might have just ducked in.
Yep. 2 daughters already.
Yeah, you need a boy.
Yeah.
Well, Preacher's like every other fuel in the world. It'll go bad. What?
Didn't you say you wanted a 500-gallon tank? Not for diesel, right?
Just depends on how much you're gonna use, Preacher. Because all fuel except propane will go bad. That's why y'all hear me talking about.
Hey, Peyton.
Glad to have you. But all fuel will go bad, especially gasoline. Now, if you get ethanol fuel, it'll go bad in a hurry. Non-ethanol costs so much. Best I can tell, the stabilizers don't really help the ethanol fuel that much. They help it some. They take it more than a month to go bad.
Just picking it.
Hey, picking it. I know, Preacher, I deal with the same thing. Actually, I did, Preacher.
Swafford.
Hey, Swafford. A friend of mine bought a tractor, had a brand new one behind it a couple of days ago. He don't need it. Or I might get it, and you can get my old one.
He's going to come get it? Or we're going to go down there?
He had to come get it. We had to mail it to him. I ain't driving to Alabama. On a truck. The only thing we got to make it down there is 8 miles. I'd rather mail it and drive that there 350.
You know, it probably costs about the same.
I doubt it.
I don't.
Not if it costs $40 to go to Cove City. I doubt it. Gas $3 a gallon. I had the same problem, Preacher. I'm hauling gas to these tractors, 5 gallons at a time. And I want a gas tank on the farm. That ain't a bad price. Was that a new one or used one? Jay, that sounds like something I'd have to do. This bush hog, this boy's got some nice bush hog.
Stop. What are you doing that for?
That probably ain't a bad price. We need to price some new ones, because sometimes you get a new one, $500, $495. You need to check on that.
That's really good that they all made it.
And
We
then-
normally lose one or two, even in the Fairwind house. Just stuff happens.
Oh yeah, I can get a big tank. But I don't want it's like 150 gallon gas tank, 200 gallon. Yeah, that's what both of these are. I got a 4 foot out there, and I need a 5 or 6. And the one that he's got's a 4 foot, and it's a nice mower, and it looks brand new. But he got it with a tractor he bought. Oh, we're glad to have you, Jay.
Congratulations, Jay.
Congratulations. Did he say he found out it was a boy, or were hoping for?
They're hoping for a boy. Haven't found out yet. Family's not there. They're just getting there.
Well, you know how that works sometimes.
Yeah, they're.
Well,
the gender
see,
reveal, they give the gender to somebody else, and they don't know until the party.
when you say almost too big, preacher, do you mean it won't pull it, or is too much behind the tractor?
Is that what you want?
Because I've got a 5 foot finishing mower, and it ain't big. I need a 6. I need a 6 foot finishing mower and a 5 foot bush hog, I guess. I need the bush hog to be a little wider than the tractor. And I know my tractor, at first, the tractor pulled a 6. But 5 might be better in really thick stuff. The neat thing about that 4 behind my 35 is if the tractor run over it, the bush hog will cut it. Because some of those cheap bush hogs, what you run into is they use the same gearbox for 4s, 5s, 6s, and 7s. So it ain't nowhere near enough gearbox on a 7 or 6 and 7 and 6, and it's way too much on a 4. So
Give me that one. He's finally laid down. Hey, Michael.
Fishtails. Hey, Mike. It sounds like you need some sway bars, preacher. You need to call me, preacher. I'll tell you how to set that mess up. How many horsepower is that tractor? Too short to put a 5 at finish one. When you say fishtails, you mean when you turn, the thing swings to the side, when you turn back, it swings to the side, when you're pulling it, it does like that a little bit? That's because you need sway bars. Or there could be 2 chains on the lift arms down there that go back to the middle by the PTO. You might have to, after you hook the finishing mower up, you need to shorten them up where they're tight. I made sway bars to go on mine because they're too cheap to buy any.
Well, they look fine. They look just like the other ones, the bought ones.
Well, you know how it is. People talk junk to you when you spend an hour making something you could have bought for $50. He's gonna have to, Swafford, he's gonna have to explain that a little better. I ain't exactly sure what because the finishing mower, as far as weight, it should pull it fine. I mean, if you had a 10 foot behind a 30 horse tractor, it should pull it. It might not turn the blades though. When you would say it was too big was when it was choking the tractor down, lugging it. You hear it lugging the whole time it was on. But you know, finishing mower's gonna lug if the grass is that tall. They're just a lawnmower deck, preacher. It's just a lawnmower deck to go behind the tractor. I always remember that.
Well, maybe we need to do a video on sway bars.
Well, we were gonna do one.
Never enough time. Hey, how you doing?
Ain't never enough time. Call me, preacher, tonight, and we'll talk about it. 26 horsepower. That ain't much of a tractor. I mean, I don't mean that ugly, don't take it wrong, but it should still pull a 5 foot finishing mower.
I don't have another one. Samson's being very neat.
Because my TO30, mine stays behind my 31st, and it's 30 horsepower. And it pulls it fine. It'll mow till it slips the belts.
What do you want, baby?
When you know you got something, I don't know how to word that. Mine won't ever affect the tractor. It'll burn the belts off of it. It might move the tractor, but the belts will slip before it chokes it off. And then there's some other things that make a difference, you know.
What are you looking for?
Do you want that? Oh, I better put that food up. We won't have it. He'll slip off in a minute. Where'd you want
He's
to do?
begging bad.
Where you got a piece of skin in here?
Well, bring it in here. Apparently he wants me to feed it to him. He is being my baby. He's got his head in my lap. I showed him Samson with his head in my lap.
You won't eat. Oh, that's skin off a barbecue pig, by the way.
Yeah, it's very. See? Oh yeah. He took it.
Never, there's too tough to eat.
Samson don't think so. See, watch. Hear that? The crisp.
Yeah, but it's not crunchy when you eat it.
This is a little bit burnt, but he loves it. Samson loves it. I don't care much for it. But it's a personal thing. Now my hands are all greasy.
You got paint on?
I'm not wiping grease all over my pants.
Wiping on mine a
Samson
little
lick
bit.
them off though. He wants another one.
This is good skin. That's a good piece.
I don't have another
You chew it
one.
up.
He wants another
That
one
piece you
really
gave
bad.
him. He can chew it up. I can't.
Yeah, it's gone. And he wants another one. Listen to his tail hit the wall.
Well, these are skins. We had crackers the other night. I made some. These are bought. Local barbecue restaurant.
Hold on, I'll find you one.
But if you don't get it early, you won't get none. It's that first night sales out.
Oh, she found it.
Show what barbecue looks like.
Eat your piece first.
I've been craving some for a while.
This is too big. That's why I won't eat it. It's too big. He wants to cut up.
You know, Travis, you can get them here. I mean, you got to get there at 8 o'clock. I do have a pen full of pigs and a pig cooker, so I can get all I want. Just some assembly required.
Yep, definitely. Show him that.
But if y'all that ain't from North Carolina, that's a pound of barbecue. It's just chopped pork,
And it's packed in there pretty good. It's a lot of meat, believe it or not.
but it's just pulled pork. Vinegar based sauce. That's barbecue here. When you say barbecue here, there's no hamburgers, hot dogs, beef brisket, nothing like that. It's pig. Yeah, I got to move some too.
If it's any kind of hamburger, hot dog, they say on the grill here, not barbecue.
Serious, sorry. I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. Yes, they are. It's gone up 50 cents a bag in the last month. But corn prices are going sky high. Soybean prices are going sky high. You know.
Some lumber prices are starting to go back down.
Yeah, we heard a rumor lumber's fixing to go back down. Well, Judy, I made some the other week. I made some lard and some crackers.
Talk to him.
Even went and bought a pot to do it in.
Look at your child over here.
What is he doing?
He's mad because there's no more.
Well, there's some more in that.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to pick through what you want first.
Well, let me make it real simple. There ain't none in that plate worth having.
Alright.
It's all too hard.
Here.
He's got the only teeth in the house that need it.
Yeah, but he wants it cut up in little pieces.
Let me see that piece. So that right there's the barbecue skin. And you see how it just ain't crispy. You can't chew it up. It makes a doggone good dog treat.
He is.
And anybody about halfway local wants some pig ears and stuff like that. We got some in the freezer. I don't give it to my dogs.
Yeah, because they might make the
One of mine
connection.
already wants to eat a pig anyway.
We're afraid that he might make the connection.
Yeah, if they ever figure out where it comes from, we might have a problem.
Here. Now that's it. You can't have any more because the rest of it Daddy wants.
Well, it'll make him sick if he eats too much of it.
I ain't seen him act like that or any kind of treat in a long time. Samson's getting old, y'all.
Yeah, my dog's getting old.
Hey, wrong line. I'll play back in about 30 minutes.
If I'm cooking any, Judy, you can have some.
Well, how-
Because I can't, I'm about like the dog. I can't eat so many of them, I get sick. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, you can feed them without salt.
Something happened to one of Mama's cats.
Oh. Well, Samson didn't do it. He's been here all day.
No, Samson didn't do it. My mama has a house full of cats. She has 5 cats. And that's her babies, like Samson's ours. So I understand. She said something happened to one of her cats, and that's all she said.
There's a whole lot of pigs here raised without any soy. You just need to find something else to put in to boost up the protein. And you can use, which a lot of people don't like it, but I mean, you can't satisfy everybody no matter what you do. Some people don't want the soy meal because it's quite possibly GMO. Some people don't want the byproduct meal because it's byproduct meal. You know, you can make the protein up, you know, fish meal, but the problem with fish meal is you can actually taste it in the pig.
So it's a whole pig at a time? Is that what she's saying?
I missed a bunch of comments, baby. I don't know. You were dropping the ball, keeping track of them over there.
Well, I had grease all over my hands. I didn't want to touch the phone.
Well, I told you got watch this right. No more grease.
Anyway, sorry about that, guys. I had to go wash my hands.
Oh, you talking about the pig ears, Judy? Yeah, if I didn't give them to somebody else already, they're out there. Oh, we
I
feed a
know we
little
got
barley.
at least 1 pack.
They're just dogs. I mean, they give them back to me at slaughterhouse, and we give them to people to feed their dogs. And I have a few friends that like to actually eat them, that eat pig ears, but they haven't come got them. And you know, there's some in there from last year, I think. Some of my
I
buddies.
saw a pack the other day. I know we have at least 1 pack that you can get.
Yeah, I tried to give them to somebody else the other day, didn't I?
We may have more.
But talking about hog feed,
don't
we
know.
feed a lot of wheat. We feed some rye. You're not supposed to feed wheat and rye to pregnant nursing sows. Apparently, they'll make them run hot. It's higher protein than corn, I think.
Why are you bleeding?
I don't know, because I scratched the place on a lot of our topping feed, which if y'all seen the videos about making feed, I think the feed I was making in the video was a quart of rye. And rye's fixing to be coming off, wheat's coming off already, so we'll probably raise too. But I'm sure I'll be making some hog feed using wheat and rye in the next few weeks. And I think you can go up to 3/4 on the wheat on finishing hogs. In other countries, they feed a lot of wheat, barley, sorghum,
What's sorghum again?
grain sorghum.
Okay.
We got some pig, the top's going out next couple of weeks. Need to do some more videos and show everything.
Well,
Well,
Judy, you're
apparently
welcome
up
to
in New York, pig ear sandwiches are a big thing. I don't know if they're boiled or fried, but they eat pig ear sandwiches.
We don't get the feet. I don't know why we don't get the feet.
We get the feet. I just get the feet away.
Oh, they never make it home?
Well, I put them in somebody's box that wants feet.
Oh.
Now, some people pickle pig feet.
That's
They
what
say,
I was about to say. My granddaddy used to eat pickled pig's feet. I always thought it was pretty gross.
yeah, I used to eat sow's meat too, but I don't.
I remember that too. My grandma liked that.
I had to help them make it. I knew what was in it. That's right. You can use alfalfa too. A pig can eat about anything in a way. You know. Oh, we're glad to help. Yeah, them old folks used to eat brains
Oh
and
my
eggs.
God. How many of y'all ever had chitlins? My grandma loved them. And you could smell them before you ever got to the house.
Preacher, I don't know that I could eat liver mush with a gun to my head. I made a big deal. I shouldn't have done it. But I kind of got a little bit of an attitude with the guy at my slaughterhouse, who has never been nothing but good to me. But I had an attitude with him because I didn't get any beef liver the last cow we carried off, and I eat beef liver. And I told him that I need to get the vet out, check my stuff out, because somehow it was living without a liver. I don't know how in the world they've been making it all this time with no liver, but
All
must
of
not have one, you know. And
Chitlins, I can't get past the smell. I have no idea what it tastes like because
they taste like mushy bacon. They don't taste bad if you can get past what you eat. But you eat it every time you eat a link of sausage, just what the sausage case is made out of.
It's not. It's a smell thing for me because they smell bad when you cook them.
Well, anyway, y'all, I showed my tail with the butcher shop, and I said, I want my liver. And they gave me the livers back for these pigs. And can't give it away. Cannot give it away. Got, what was Michael talking about? Chitlins.
Yeah.
Well, I promise y'all one thing. I ain't never been sitting around. The last few days, I've been sitting around. I sure wish I had some good barbecue. I've got to have some ribs, barbecue ribs off barbecue pig, not like other folks think about ribs. Have some skin. That'd be. I ain't eating nothing fit to eat in 2 months. That'd be good. I ain't never sit around and said, I wish I had some chitlins. Never has happened. But I do have a funny chitlin story. I used to have an uncle that cut up meat at hog killing. So he was the one that he was a good butcher. He got stuck cutting pork chops and stuff like that. And what happened was he'd get hung up cutting meat, and he wouldn't ever get to eat no chitlins. They'd be gone. People used to like them, you know.
Apparently,
Plus, when you had a hog
used to
killing, you
be
had
the
50 people there. Of course, we killed 20 hogs at the time. And
ew.
yeah, Michael, that's about all I was fit for, I believe. But I ain't never tried one. I eat chicken livers. I like beef liver. I just ain't studying no pork liver ain't the same. That liver mush stuff's about all I ever seen anybody make out of it. But my uncle told me I was a youngin'. He said, go get me a handful of shelled corn at the barn. What for? You know, hey, them old people, where shut up, go do what I told you. So I went and got him a handful of shelled corn. And carried it to him. He went over that chitlin pot, I don't know what he looking, and dropped it in that pot and took that paddle and pushed it down to the bottom. So I went over there and stirred that pot, that corn come to the top, and everybody just, oh my God, somebody missed cleaning one. Wasn't nobody eating none. And he got through cutting up he got him a break, he cut up the last hog, it was scalded and everything. I was eating them chitlins. I said, oh, Uncle Jimmy, don't you know, one of them in there ain't being clean. And he said, hush, I put that corn in there. I was tired of not getting none. And that was the smartest, at that time, the most conniving thing I think I'd ever seen anybody do. Everybody was looking at him like he was crazy. But I hadn't thought about that, Michael. That'd be the best thing to do with it. Use it for catfish bait. I got 3 packs of it, 4 packs of it in the freezer.
Set you some catfish lines.
No, well, you can't eat the fish here no more. So they got a sign up at the river says not to eat them.
Really?
Yeah. Says not by pregnant or nursing women at all, and one time every 90 days for the general population or something.
Mercury levels are going up then.
I don't know if it's mercury, but it's any predatory fish. It's bass, catfish,
Well, they say that, I know that they said at one time that the mercury levels
Jack.
is why pregnant women couldn't eat them.
rockfish, and everything. So not leaving. Well, I hadn't ever heard tell of it or before or since. So I was about 10 when I done it. Oh.
Yep. I remember, you know, how we grow our tomato plants and those little planters. When I was little, we used to sit on the back doorsteps of my granddaddy's house, and he'd reach over and pick a tomato because that was all that was planted in the flower beds was tomato plants. And when we started planting them in the little flower bed out here, I thought it was really cool because my granddaddy used to do that. He'd plant his tomato plants in the flower beds, and he'd sit there and eat pickled pig's feet with tomato right off the vine. And I know y'all were like, what does that got to do with what we were talking about? Because he would sit there and eat pickled pig's feet. Say that 10 times fast. And a fresh tomato. That would be a snack or a lunch or whatever. I don't remember. But I've had beef liver one time, and I don't remember being really impressed, but I don't remember being grossed out either. So I guess it was all right.
Well, I like liver. I like chicken livers, as long as you got enough hot sauce going.
Now, Judy, if you fry chicken or turkey livers, they're supposed to be really, really good for dogs.
What did Michael retract?
He sent one twice.
Oh, you ain't got to worry. We all friends here, Michael. You ain't got to. She looks like my grandmama too, Travis.
I ain't that old.
You look more like her every day.
Y'all done made me feel old.
Yeah, I like beef liver. I don't care, and chicken liver. That's about it. I don't care nothing about giblet gravy. Don't care nothing about chitlins or pork liver.
Livers.
Yeah, there's a couple around here, Swafford, and that's Brent, Cindy, right?
Yeah. I had them
there's
mixed
a
up
couple.
earlier. Somebody was up here that I think I got the wrong name. Oh no, it was them.
Well, that's what I meant too, Travis. Or what I'm going with anyway.
Did
I'll
you
go
hear
get
that compliment retraction at the same time?
You want me to get a picture of it? Everybody decide for themselves? I can't.
That's okay. Thank you, Travis. I'll take it as a compliment.
Get old? Hell, I've been old. If they say you ain't no older than you feel, I ain't a day over 106. We do sometimes.
We haven't done it in a couple of years though. We found that place in Sims that does such a good job.
Well, the truth is,
We made some killer deer sausage. Deer hamburger one year.
the truth is that if you really put a pencil to it, and I'm gonna tell y'all folks something. This is a lesson something you need to listen to. A lot of times, if you put a pencil to things, if you get you a pencil, a piece of paper and a pencil and a calculator, and figure out what you're really doing, it'll open your eyes. Because there's a lot of things nobody really realizes what they've got in doing it. You know, especially agricultural stuff, because you don't figure everything in. And that gets people in trouble. But it's actually far cheaper for us to carry the pigs and have them butchered, even at $1 a pound, than it is to have hog killings at home. And something else I want to tell you, we've talked about this extensively. Me and the old guys out here in the neighborhood who grew up, you know, having to make do best he could and had to do everything at home If you need an axe handle, you better get you a hatchet and your pocket knife and get to making one. And if a hog needed killing, they won't no choice but the backyard and a scalding vat. But you can type a bunch of money in hog killing. And the other thing is, they're not, the nostalgia will get you in trouble. I'm gonna do a video on this, give y'all a sneak peek of it. Nostalgia will get you in trouble. I plow with mules. I pulled the back of trucks with mules because I had to, not because I wanted to. And it ain't fun. It's fun when you want to do it. My daddy had an old big donkey. He plowed the yard with that old big donkey. People pull off the side of the road over here, sit here and watch him do it. They didn't have to do it. If he got tired or his legs got chafed or he just didn't want to mess with it no more, we'd go put the old donkey back in the lot and I'd finish it up with the tractor.
Well, we do, but as far as processing, do we do more on, like, you do deer?
Well, yeah, I do the deer just
Because
because.
he's like a master at processing a deer in no time. I mean, just like that.
Well, with deer, you're just going to grind it up in the hamburger and cut the back strap out of it, put a few steaks out of it.
Deer hamburger is really good.
I can process a deer before we get it in the cooler and carry it to the place to get it done. But a hog, you kill like we kill hogs 10, 12 at a time. It'd take 3 days, 15 people, and $1,000. Maybe my class in there figured it. It's $1 a pound here, out the door. Whatever the pig weighs on the foot, you figure it's $1 a pound. That's the killing, feed, process, and vacuum seal. Vacuum sealed is a big deal. Them bags are expensive, and the things never work right. And they always worry you to death. We've had 10 of them from commercial, bought from the restaurant. When we had a restaurant, bought with from the commercial people, all the way down to Walmart and yard sale, and every kind of bag they make, and we ain't never had one that worked right.
And there was another processing place that we called because ours was really backed up.
And they charge you like $1 a pound extra to vacuum seal it.
I mean, there was like, we don't include vacuum sealing. We charge for that, and I'm like, what?
See, my place now it's $1 a pound vacuum seal.
Everything's vacuum sealed.
And I trust them. Because something you run into a whole lot with meat pack, you slaughterhouses, you ain't never sure you're getting your meat back.
Or the right amount.
And that's pretty cheap, Michael. We're $1 a pound live weight. And he's the cheapest one around. And they vacuum seal. But we've got some competition, so you think they'd be a little cheaper, and then we've carried some stuff to slaughterhouses we won't never carry nothing else. Never, ever again.
You told them about that, asking them about the prices on the wall.
We're at $3.50 a pound dressed weight, Michael, is what we sell them for, and they got to pay the butcher. So basically it's $4.50 a pound. We get $2 a pound for feeder pigs, meat pigs. And sometimes I might sell a barbecue pig for $2.
Tell them about that place we went that had the prices on the wall. I can't use the bathroom.
Let me tell you a little meat packer story. Some of y'all have already heard this. But our place was booked up. We had to carry them somewhere else. And I didn't like the way they handled the hogs. We don't beat on don't get me wrong. If one gets after me, I'll get him off me. But as far as just beating the flying hell out of them just to be doing it because they won't get on the trailer or something, we'll grab them by the ears and the back feet and throw them on the trailer before we sit there and beat them to death. One, it's bruising the meat. Two, it's just ain't no point in it. My stuff ain't scary to me, so sometimes they won't get out of my way. And but they beat the crap out of my hogs, get them off the trailer, and then they tattooed them alive. The tattoo they put on the meat after it's processed, they hit them with that tattoo stick alive, and their feet went out from under, bleeding. Well, I already fell out with them. I made up my mind we won't never carry them nothing else. A week later, we're going to pick up a pork. We had weighed the pigs out, so I know what they weighed when they left. And they tried to tell me my pigs weighed about half as much as they did. And then I got to noticing the prices for pork on the wall. Well, I sell some pigs to my slaughterhouse, and they'll buy some pigs from me because they sell pork. So they'll buy some pigs from me, and then they'll sell pork. They buy some from other people, and they raise some. They buy some and feed them out. So I asked them, I said, y'all buy any pigs? No, we don't buy no pigs. Do you raise pigs? No, we don't raise no pigs. Well, then where do you get that pork you sell? And he wouldn't say nothing. Well, you know what they're doing? They're chipping the pot. I carry a pig in there, I'm a few pork chops short. You carry a pig in there, you're some sausage short. And they're chipping the pot and selling it. And they were about $2 a pound to dress it already. So they're already ripping you off and then thieving. And there ain't no way in the world. Because one thing they do to make money is they keep the hide. They sell the hide, they sell the head. They won't give you the head back. I don't know. That has something to do with the inspector. You don't get the liver back. You don't get the, like giblets. You don't get that back. We use theirs seriously if they make it, except for some chorizo. We carry the chorizo seasoning. But we've been dealing with them for 15 years, and I guess basically we have our own recipe. They just make it happen. Our sausage is a heavy medium or a light hot. Most of the times, either that or mild. No, we don't really have a medium. We have our hot and a mild, and they know how we want it made. And there's a lot of difference between sausage like we get and store-bought sausage. I haven't eaten any store-bought pork in, I don't know, in a couple of decades probably. Yeah, I don't, my daddy told me one time that an honest butcher's going to keep a steak for himself. He said an honest one, if you carry him a cow today, he's going to have a T-bone steak that night. One of your T-bone steaks, that's the honest one. And he kind of attributed that to like muzzling the ox. The man butchered the cow, let him have a steak, That was fine. He said a dishonest one would have half his steaks for sale in the display. And I think that's the difference. And if, like that boy up at Sims, he wanted to keep a couple of my pork chops. Well, Brent, it's got the quality of meat in the sausage is way different. I guess is the difference. Because we'll carry a hog and have the whole hog run into the sausage. And if you want good sausage, run the whole hog into it. Don't get nothing but sausage off that hog. The pork chops are in it, tenderloins in it, hams in it, shoulders in it. And that is really good sausage. And that's a good point too, Brent, too much fat. And that's why I try to tell people about fat hogs. Don't get your hogs roly-poly fat. Especially if you're going to carry them and have them slaughtered. What you're doing, all you're doing, is all that fat you put on that hog, you're paying them $1 a pound to cut it off and throw it in the scrap bucket. That's all you're doing. They're going to trim it and throw it in the scrap bucket. They're going to take it and make everybody else's deer sausage with it. And you just paid them for nothing. You paid them to help them out. And these old-timey hogs like we raise get some fat on them. And some other epiphany I had the other day. We were talking about hog waste. And I don't know why this finally dawned on me, but it's like your dogs. If you got hunting dogs, well, it wouldn't do you no good. You when they come out. Well, they're doing, they got to make money, Brent. I mean, anybody in business got to make money. So, I mean, if one of the ways they're making money is taking something I don't want and selling it to somebody else, I don't care. That's just business. If the money's in the byproducts, that's just business. We used to log in the wintertime we couldn't farm. Didn't make a dime logging. We made a little money selling firewood off the tops. We didn't pay the landowner that we bought the timber from the extra that we got from selling the tops for firewood, but it was the only way we could make any money. They don't sell any lard, Judy. You can't give lard away. I've had 2 or 3 extra lard stands full when we killed hogs before and couldn't even give it away. Everybody's scared of it. It's too bad for you. But something I'll tell you, like you got a bunch of hunt dogs in the pen, you feed them the wrong kind of feed, you got all this poop to deal with, it stinks so bad, you switch feeds, and you don't have to feed them nowhere near as much feed, so there's nowhere near as much dog poop. That's true with these hogs too. So we've got our hogs down where they're only getting 5 pounds of feed a day because we're feeding them better feed. And we're not feeding a bunch of, I do feed a little bread, but not much, not any right now. But we'll feed a little bread, we'll feed some pumpkins, we'll feed some watermelons, we'll feed some sweet potatoes, we'll feed some filler, Well, that's a good idea. We always make soap with beef tallow, preacher. We ain't never make soap with oil, we always make it with beef fat. And I won't never forget that nasty smell. But anyway, we got ours, we're not putting that much into them. It's better nutritionally, so they're getting everything they need. Means they don't poop as much. It's one of the reasons why we're getting away with these small pens and don't have more of a waste management problem than we do, is they're using more of what they eat is being used instead of discarded. And so everything that was here was just kind of a perfect storm kind of came together. We started making our own feed, got better quality feed, better ingredients, better feed, didn't have to feed as much of it, less poop, moved the pigs up here to the dry spots, got rid of the water problem. Hey, Christy. Well, hog hard don't stink that bad no way, brother. That's the way we do ours too, Brent. We let them trim everything pretty tight. And I tried using lard one time. Remember, make deer sausages that didn't have any fat in the freezer. See, I'll tell them I want my fat back. So I just cut my fat out in slabs and give it back to them. I'm going to make crackings out of it, and I'm going to use it to make deer sausage, but most people ain't in that situation. And I usually have enough I can give a bunch away. Oh, well, we got to jump off here. I said we usually try to take lunch from 12 to 1. And I said we were going to do a lunchtime live. There were some people wanted to be in here, couldn't be here at normal time, and we couldn't do it at normal time. So, but I'm going to let y'all talk amongst yourselves and everything, and I'll be back in just a minute. Signing off. If the strawberry stopped up, I'll fix that right quick because I ain't fire on, so I got it full. That's the one with the electronic ignition in it. No, it's got none of that in it.
Uh-oh. I mean, that sounds expensive.
Well,
Talking about a new cool.
Well, we spent $300 on the side by side. We spent $150 on the other tractor. We spent $100 on the truck. If something's supposed to break.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Had to take care of something. Anyway, we hope that you have a great weekend. We'll try to be up Friday night. Try.
Well, we got some videos on to do. I'm gonna do a video on hog genetics.
I hate the way this is set up because listen, I'm pushing up my nose.
I'm gonna do a video on some hog genetics, hog breeds. Try to cover some kind of basic stuff that nobody seems to know. And we're gonna try to do a few more gardening videos if the weather permits. And something I do want to tell y'all while we still got a few people in here. We kind of been showing you the bad stuff. We ain't been showing you the good stuff. And my mission to encourage people to do it.
There we go.
And warn them of the setbacks. Let people know that just because they had a setback, it ain't the end of the world. That it happens. That it's normal.
Okay.
If because you tried something and failed doesn't mean everybody else didn't, and you're just one little lonely duck that couldn't make it work. But I haven't showed you the fact that, you know, we've got 25 bushels of potatoes off 5 rows of potatoes, and if we're getting a bushel of squash a day, and if we're getting a 10-quart bucket of cucumbers a day, and then we got way more stuff than we can use, and you can't give it away. You know, if you're gonna can and put up, you got to overplant, because you got to have enough at one time to make the, especially the way we do it, is we break out burners and everything else and put it up all at one time. But we kind of, I ain't really been showing you the good stuff, but that's on purpose, because we're trying to give people a more realistic view of what can happen, you know. And I did come up with a little thing where I was selling some new potatoes in 5 pound, what size is them white bag? What are we using all?
What now?
The grocery bags, I was getting them from Travelers, but the grocery bags, the paper bags.
Oh, I don't know.
2 pound bag, 3 pound bag. I was hit on a little thing where I was selling 2 heads of cabbage and a 2 or 3 pound, by volume, not by weight, bag of new potatoes for $10. Had a bunch of people took on that, you know. But anyway, I gotta go get to work. But I appreciate everybody watching. We love y'all to death, and I ain't doing anything else.
We're really sorry about that, Christy. And I hope the party turns out great. Having a birthday party for Cindy.
Oh, well, I wonder what she's coming.
Alright, y'all have a great weekend. And he's done going back to work. So, bye y'all. See you later. And I guess it's sign out. And take care of everybody too. Bye bye.